So now I will perform a retargeting between two meshes that have the same topology. So let's take our horse from last time, but forget about the cow. We will just take this horse, duplicate it, and then maybe reshape it like this, and then orient the head differently, so the result will be just ugly, but I just want to show you how the system works. Okay, so let's say now this mesh will be our target mesh. This one is the reference, this one is the target, and we will want to display the deformation of this one retargeted into this one. So first thing is to select reference, target, and click on create. So you can see that now all the registration steps are hidden, and for now the retargeting tab is still unavailable because we don't have deformed mesh, and no output matched mesh has been created because the match of this one on this one should give this one as a result, but we don't need it because they have the same topology. And actually, if I plug the output, if I create a mesh and I plug the matched geom, here we have the reference mesh. So this one matched in this one is the original reference. So that's why we don't need it. So I'll just delete it, and then I will duplicate this reference mesh, and let's call it reference deformed. Okay, so well, for now I don't have a deformer, but I will just show you live by manipulating its points, and we will see the result on this one. So I pick this mesh and I click on retarget. Okay, now it says retargeting created, and now a new mesh appeared. So let's hide the original reference mesh and the original target mesh, and then I will apply deformations on this one and see the result on this one. So if I take the muzzle here and I move the points this direction, so along the head structure, if you apply a regular blend shape on this one, the points will just move the same direction. But here we expect them to go this way. So let's see what happens. So this works. And if I rotate, so this is the real a really accurate demonstration of how the local adapt function. It just understands how these points are placed between each other, and they know they need to translate this way. If I take the tail here, it is much longer than this one, and let's translate this one a bit. Okay, so this tail is much longer than this one, so when we just move the points upward, we expect that this one is moving less. So it's not perfect because we can see here a limitation, but actually it moves less. That's because when we account for edge lengths, we don't in the current version we don't look for which direction is being deformed, so it's an average of all edges lengths in all directions. Okay, so now I will show you another example of same topology retarget, which is this one. So here we have this one that is a reference, and this one is a target. So there is no history of bend on this one. It's just I just bent it and deleted the history. So this is the real frozen points. So these two meshes have the same topology, but when we move a point from him this way, we expect that this one move like this, not like this. So let's create the system. And now I have already this mesh that is set up. So it's just a soft mode. So this mesh is just this one that I duplicated, and I added a soft mode and just a locator, so when I slide it we have this nice deformation. And now when we apply this deformation here, we just expect that they will this point will be pushed on the normal. So now I take this mesh and I add it as a retarget. So I will translate let's just translate. We will hide this one, hide this one. So now when I apply the deformations, we can see that displacement is on the right direction, and also that the shape is a bit different because they have been applied according to the direction. So now if I go back to the retargeting options, the smooth here, so if I increase the smooth, the deformation is spread. So between same topologies there is no real need to smooth, so let's just remove it. And now if we will see exactly what happens if I remove the local adapt and just go back to a regular blend shape. So if I put local adapt to 0, we can see now that this deformation is applied on him, but with exactly the same direction from original. So this is the similar result as if we had done a blend shape with two targets, one with a bent shape and one with this one. But what we want is this. Okay, so that's all for all this same topology retarget video. Last tutorial video coming next will be about how we can retarget objects along with the mesh deformations. So the main application I see is if you have a whole rig, for example, inside the face, and you want to have all that rig with skin joints and controllers positions, but in the target mesh space, you can achieve that with the matrix section.